Hey, what's happening? This is Jerry here with Wealth Dynamics coming at you live today with a video on balance. I want to talk to you about life balance. The reason why is I help people build wealth, right? And so my definition of wealth is creating an abundant and prosperous life in all areas. Now, initially, that could sound like balance. You might hear that and say, well, Jerry, that sounds like balance. That's what I'm going for. I want to get life balance. It's a very popular phrase for people today. And I want to talk to you about why that's actually not what you should be going for in life. And the reason I say that is if you look up the word balance, it talks about achieving equilibrium. Okay? Equilibrium would be basically having either a state of rest where nothing's happening or a state of opposing force to the degree that you don't move any longer. Okay, you guys have probably heard about that thing, the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. That's balance. Or sleeping. Sleeping would be balance because you're resting. And so I don't think that that's how life should go. I think that your life should be focused on activity, creativity, and doing things, achieving things, getting to the next level. And balance doesn't actually embody any of those traits. Okay, so when somebody says they want balance, what they typically are actually saying is they feel burnt out on something. They feel like maybe life's not as fun anymore. They feel like they're pushing really hard in one area, missing out on others. And I want to share with you that I do think that that's a real thing, but balance is not the solution. And you're identifying the symptom, not the actual root. Okay, so in order to fix this, we'd have to realize what the root is. And I'm going to relate it to food. Okay, so have you ever eaten the same thing over and over and over and over again? And then you're like, hey, I can't handle this anymore. I don't ever want to eat this again. I used to do bodybuilding, so I would eat chicken and rice every day, 4 times a day. And because of that, today I won't touch chicken and rice. Like, no matter how good it looks, I think it looks terrible, right? So the balance thing, like the reason somebody feels that way with life is because they're doing the same things over and over and over. They've gotten rid of their creativity. They're not being creative anymore. They're not adding variety. And so when somebody stops adding variety, they start to feel fixated on an object or a thing in life. They start to feel like there's only this one thing happening or this one area. And then they're like, hey man, life is hard. I need balance. But the reality is this: if you get creative in life, meaning you have the actual commitment to something that would breed the creativity, then you wouldn't need to worry about balance. Think about when you're creative. Back to the food reference. If you're creative in the kitchen, that's going to mean that you're being interesting with the recipes. You're mixing things up. You're trying this. You're trying that. You're having fun with it. It's a game, right? And that's how life should be lived. So when you're feeling like you need life balance, I want you to realize, A, you're not being creative anymore. Something happened where you stopped being creative in your life, okay? Now, B, the reason you stopped being creative is because you lack commitment. Now, this doesn't mean you're a terrible person. It doesn't mean you're lazy. Commitment, literally lacking commitment would literally mean that there's just nothing in your life you're committed to right now. There's just not something you're latched into that you're pursuing, that you're pushing on. So this goes back to your goals and purpose. So that's why I teach people first comes purpose, then comes wealth, then comes freedom, is because you've got to lock in on that purpose first, then you have the creativity because you're committed to your purpose. So I hope that helps. I'm going to have James drop an article in the comments for you guys. Go ahead and check the article out. It's going to talk exactly about this. And if you'd like to learn how to create more balance in life and actually achieve those things, let me know. Reach out to me. You can hit me up in the comment feeds here. You can go through the article. You can email me at jerry@wealthdynamics.com. Thank you for watching, though. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you next time.